Hello, people. This is Big Boss Calvin 83. I was about to give my commentary on Nia Wilson, the woman who got brutally murdered and a victim of a hate crime by that limp-wrist, cowardly, pussy-ass, faggot, Caucasian supremacist male. And he just basically murdered her. And I was about to give my take on it and, give my whole thoughts about the whole situation. And but I decided I was going to do a video about that, but I decided to do something different. I want to take you back. What you see right here. This is a sister. This happened. I'm pretty sure y'all all familiar what went down at that Waffle House in Alabama where I don't know how to say her. I don't know. It's hard to pronounce some people's names. Shaquisha Clemens. Okay. When I saw this video, it was like, it kind of reminded me Sandra Bland. And I've seen this more than once. But the reason why I'm going to do something different, I want to talk about Nia Wilson. I want to talk about this sister in a minute. And I want to point something out that nobody's pointing out. But let me get started, and you're going to find out what I'm talking about. Police throw black woman to floor, say they will break her arm during arrest at Waffle House. Let me read it first, and I want to play the clip. A new viral video shows police at a Waffle House in Sutherland, Alabama, throwing a black woman on the ground Sunday, exposing her breast and suggesting they might break her arm if she didn't cooperate. First of all, the cop is just. I can tell you right now, you can't. The cops, they can't do that. First of all, that's against the law. That's excessive force, and there's no reason to use that type of force on a woman of this woman's size. Okay. But you know what? Let me just finish. According to CBS News, the woman, Shaquisha Clemens, who's waiting for a waitress to give her the district manager's phone number after she refused to pay for plastic utensils she asked for with her order. Clemens says waitress canceled the order after Clemens said that she and her friend didn't have to pay for utensils at the same Waffle House the previous night. Shaquita Clemens, Howard, Clemens' mother, told AOL.com as Clemens waited for the district manager's car to file a complaint. First of all, let me say it like this. A situation like that, I would just, first of all, if it was me and they cancel my order, I'm like, first of all, I'm going to record you. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to sit there and argue with someone who's being disrespectful. If they're being disrespectful, it's best to pull out your camera phone and start recording them. And I'm not going to wait and sit and argue and wait for you to wait for an employee who's not respecting me, not being professional. First, I would have called the manager and have my camera rolling, but act like I'm not really recording. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm not going to wait for a district manager. I'm saying this is what's happening, and I'm calling corporate, and I'll send them the video. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to argue going back and forth with an idiot like that, and they're going to wait for the district manager's phone number. I'm just going to look it up myself, call corporate, and tell them what happened, and then I'm going to look up call the district manager myself. I'm not going to wait for them to give me the number. That was her mistake. Okay? But let me continue. As Clemens waited for the district manager's car to file a complaint, officers arrived. And here's the thing. Back to what I was saying. First of all, when you're dealing with a Caucasian female, when you get into arguments like that, just pull your camera phone and start recording them, and let them call the police and see what's happening. Like everybody, like a lot of people are starting. A lot of brothers and sisters are doing that now, and I commend y'all for doing that, because that's the only way you can. That's the only way you can actually fight the system. And another way of fighting the system is stop shopping at establishments that are non-black owned. Stop shopping. Stop going into these establishments that are owned by racist folks, racist Caucasian folks, and brown folks who are color struck, got a colorism mindset, a wannabe Caucasian supremacist mindset, and they got a huge prejudice for you too. You know what I'm saying? And I'm getting sick and tired of Negroes saying, well, the so-called minorities. First of all, there's no such thing as a minority, because all these other ethnic people of color are the majority globally, and us as black people, the original people, Africans, and even the black people who are already here in North America and South America, all over the world, the indigenous black folks, we outnumber Caucasians by a huge ass number. Okay, where was I? As Clemens waited for the district manager's car to file a complaint, the officers arrived. The video, filmed by Clemens' friend Kenita Adams, shows the officers grabbing Clemens and throwing her to the floor. "What are you doing?" Clemens asked. "I'm going to break your arm. That's what I'm about to do," one officer responded. The officers proceeded to arrest her. She was booked on charges of disorderly conduct and resisting arrest, according to Clemens Howard. We're going to see that video, see if that's true or not. The Sutherland Police Department released the results of its investigation into the incident at Monday press conference. According to investigators, a Waffle House employee called 911 a Waffle House employee called 911 complaining that two women, Clemens and Adams, and a man were acting drunk and disorderly. You know that bitch was lying, but okay. After arriving at the restaurant with alcohol, security cameras show the three sitting down at a restaurant soon after getting in an argument with Waffle House staff. Witnesses reportedly told police that Clemens and Adams were profane and threatened the staff. Oh my God. Are y'all serious? But I digress. Police came in after the 911 call. A Waffle House spokesperson told New York Times that the police intervention was appropriate. That's because they're black. But it's funny how when you got Caucasians acting the fool, acting crazy, belligerent, cussing out cops, getting in the cops' face, want to square up with the cops, want to draw the knife, draw the gun at the cop. Cops are so nice, and they're just trying to calm them down, be all polite and nice, okay? And they can be drunk and stupid, and they don't do them like that. They don't body slam them. They don't beat the shit out of them, especially Caucasian females. They talk the most shit, always want to start some shit, and even if the cop crosses the line and uses excessive force on a Caucasian chick or a Caucasian female, for some odd reason, that cop loses his job. That cop just gets fired or gets prosecuted, especially a black male cop. You know what I'm saying? But we already know what the deal is with that. So they support police brutality and they support racism, but y'all Negroes, y'all keep going to the Waffle House. They are owned by Caucasian supremacists, just like all these other establishments are owned by Caucasian supremacists or brown folks who want to be Caucasian supremacists and are very prejudiced against you. Okay? You gotta understand, everybody has been told the Caucasian male and female way is the right way, no matter what. They're always right. And those who are non-Caucasian, those who are black people, identify as black people, those who are highly melanated and dark-skinned, indigenous people, dark-skinned people, we are always wrong. But history has showed that is the other way around. Caucasians are always wrong, and actually, people of color are right. Black people are always right, the majority of the time. Investigators also confirmed that Waffle House has a policy to charge diners for utensils if they dine in, which is a goddamn lie, but okay. Video of the incident went viral, drawing comparisons to another incident in Philadelphia, which an employee called the police on two black men who were reportedly waiting for a business associate. And yet, y'all Negroes still continue to shop at these establishments. You still want to order from Papa John's. I don't understand why you motherfuckers don't have no fucking pride. Y'all ain't got no damn heart, and you wonder why people feel. You wonder why these people, these animals, these thugs, these savages and terrorists feel emboldened to come at you like that. Y'all got to take a stand. Stop making excuses why you can't do it and look for a reason why you can do it. But I digress. The escalation of the arrest once again puts a spotlight on police use of force in America, particularly against black Americans. There are vast racial disparities in how police use force. That's true. And all kinds of incidents in which a dispute over plastic utensils can escalate into a violent arrest. A major reason that police have lost trust. A major reason that police lost so much trust and legitimacy within the black community. Okay? Consider the use of deadly force based on nationwide data collected by The Guardian. Black Americans are more than twice as likely as their white counterparts to be killed by police, according when accounting for the population. In 2016, police killed black Americans at a rate 6.7 per 1 million people, compared to 2.9 per 1 million for white Americans. There have also been severe profile police killings since 2014 involving black suspects. In Baltimore, Freddie Gray died while in police custody, leading to protests and riots. In North Charleston, South Carolina, Margaret Slinger shot Walter Scott, who was fleeing and unarmed at the time. In Ferguson, Missouri, Darren Wilson killed unarmed 18-year-old Mike Brown. In New York City, the NYPD officer Daniel Pantaleno, whatever the hell his name is, killed Eric Garner by putting the unarmed 43-year-old black man in a chokehold. And it's funny how he's accused of selling loose cigarettes, but they don't find no cigarettes on him, so they just lied the whole time. That just tells me they were lying. They just were looking to fuck with people, innocent people, for no reason, because they're evil like that. You're dealing with the damn devil, okay? You're dealing with somebody who came out of a fucking cave, and you expect him to be civilized, and you expect him to be moral and have a heart and have humanity and great character. You're not gonna get that from these savages. Yeah, I'm calling them for who the fuck they are. They can call us any old kind of thing. So how come we can't clap back at their ass? You know what I'm saying? One possible explanation for the racial disparities: police tend to profile high crime neighborhoods. It's funny how they want to see. That's code for black neighborhoods, y'all. And because last time I checked, let me say it like this: white on white crime is out of control, and within the white community. If you want to get technical, in these white suburban schools, where there's a vast majority of Caucasian students, and the teachers are Caucasian. The administration is mostly Caucasian. Why do you got these Caucasian male teens bringing guns into that institution and shooting up their white peers, their white classmates? The majority of them are white, you know what I'm saying? As they say, white identified. Why are they killing a bunch of other Caucasian? You got Caucasian male teens and sometimes Caucasian female teens bringing guns and bombs. I mean homemade bombs, and they're shooting up their own school, shooting up their classmates, and just the whole school and shooting up classrooms, shooting up teachers and all types of people, and shooting up the cops, you know, who are there for their protection. They're shooting up the teachers, the principals, the administration, the guidance counselors, but it's not high crime. I mean, in Colorado, remember that movie in that when they say affluent, they talk about in that white neighborhood. Okay, you had a Caucasian male bring a gun into a movie theater in a white area. Okay, and they shot up a bunch, of people. And you know, mostly people in that area are mostly white people, right? So you don't know. So he shot up a bunch of white people. Yeah, you had some other ethnicities there, but there was mostly white people. And they're going to say he got mental illness and all types of issues. And my thing is, let that be a black man doing that shit. What are y'all gonna do to him? Oh, you ain't gonna calmly talk to him and arrest him and coddle him. No, you're gonna fuck him up and shoot his ass on the goddamn spot. Keep it fucking real. You know, then you had Dylan Roof, this motherfucker, this bitch ass motherfucker who comes into a black church, about all churches, shoots up that black church for no damn reason, talk about black people are his problems while he can't get pussy. Fuck is wrong with him? No, you crazy as hell. You got no, you ain't got no mental illness. You're just evil and you're just creepy as hell. That's why women don't want to fuck with you like that, dude. And you too much of a goddamn bully and tyrant, and you broke, okay? And the thing is, he kills all those non-black people, and the cops talk to him, and just be understanding, be patient. He going all crazy and ballistic and shit, and he's calmly just arrested, and you know, they negotiate for like 3 hours, and he gets Burger King and a nice ride to the police station, and he's laughing and bragging about how he killed a bunch of black people, okay? You had another Caucasian male, again, notice the pattern here, shoot up a white church for white folks. So what are y'all saying that, oh, it's patrol high crime neighborhoods when it's usually Caucasian neighborhoods are usually high crime. Y'all don't want to talk about it because it doesn't fit your fucking racist ass narrative. Let's keep it real. Okay. Police tend to profile high crime neighborhoods. You know, I can keep going and going, man. It's ridiculous. You have Caucasians, males, once again, going to malls full of women and children, and some men out there, and shooting up all them Caucasian folks, shooting up all them Caucasian mothers and children for no reason, shooting up the fathers there. You know what I'm saying? For no reason, killing them innocent people for no reason, because and as I always say, we have women problems, and it always stems from that. And I kind of understand that, but at the same time, I ain't buying it, because let that be a black man. You ain't gonna say that shit. Oh, you know, recently in Toronto, you had a Pakistani Indian guy, you know, shoot up, just had a mass shooting, but they're making kind of rationalizing what he's doing. Let that be a black man in Canada. Yes, there's racism in Canada. Racism just don't happen in America. 3Ks, don't get that shit twisted and fucked up. Y'all, yeah, it's global. Caucasian supremacy is global. Colorism is global, and there's a lot of wannabe Caucasian supremacists. It's just the differences. It's not so potent. It's not so intense. It's every now and then. And people do, and see, in America, people go out their way to fuck with other people. Other countries, they don't do that crap. They mind their own business most of the time. I know that. I know that for a fact because I travel outside the USA before. Okay, so I know what I'm talking about, and I talked to other brothers and sisters, but mainly brothers who have traveled to Japan, Korea. You know what I'm saying? Africa. I mean, even some parts of Europe, Eastern Europe, mainly. And they say they are so in peace. Brazil. I mean, they are so, they don't have to, they don't, it's like, yes, there's some prejudiced people or there's some racist people, but guess what? I have a peace of mind. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I can understand. That's why I'm looking to get my passport. I'm not going to say that's that's going to be the solution, but damn it, I want to have a peace of mind my damn self. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of this bullshit, y'all. And I'm tired of Negroes not doing anything about it to better the situation, but you want to have faith in the system and you want to sit up, get on your knees and pray to white Jesus to get you out of your fucking fucked up situation when they created that goddamn negative ass situation that we are in right now. And we keep it going too with our stupidity instead of uniting and working together and controlling our dollar. Shit. Police tend to profile high crime neighborhoods, which are disproportionately black, which is a damn lie, but okay. That means they're going to be more likely to initiate policing action from traffic stops to more arrests. That's target. They're targeting us. That's racial profiling right there, but okay. Against a black person who lives in these areas. And all of these policing actions carrying a chance, however, small to escalate into a violent confrontation. That's not to say that higher crime rates in black communities explain the entire racial disparity in police shootings. That sounds like it's just victim blaming. That's like saying if a woman, covers up, she don't dress provocative, she don't dress like a hooker, and she don't have all her skin showing, and she don't dress all sexy and act all sexual and be a tease. You know what I'm saying? It's basically what I'm saying is if a woman covers up and does not dress provocative, very conservative, very reserved, be ladylike and just, be mind her own business and just just going about her business, she won't be sexually harassed, she won't be sexually assaulted, and she won't get raped by a male sexual predator. Give me a goddamn break. That y'all know that ain't fucking true. It don't fucking matter. If somebody wanna fuck with you, they wanna come after you. And even I agree with some what the women say about rape, but see, here's the thing. Y'all say it doesn't matter what a woman wears; she can still be targeted. But my argument is, why would you make yourself more vulnerable and more of a target by dressing loose? And why you gotta be so damn? Why do you gotta dress provocative to get attention from a man? And y'all trying to get an on-point dude. And let's be real. I don't want to go off the subject too much. Let's be real, ladies. If you want an on-point dude, you want a prosperous, successful man, you can't be no hood rat, okay? You cannot be no damn prostitute. Even if you come across that dude who may be a good guy, he's gonna just think you a lay. He's just gonna see you as somebody who just wanna fuck, and he's gonna move on, okay? You're not gonna be taken seriously that way. So if you know that it doesn't matter if what happens, because even a woman who's fat and unattractive, she can be targeted too. It don't matter. It don't really matter if somebody want to come after you and do something to you and do harm to you. They're gonna do it, but at the same time, don't make yourself a target. But at the same time, be alert, know how to defend yourself. That's all I'm saying. This is racial victim blaming right here, y'all. A 2015 study by research Cody Floss found there is no relationship between county level racial biases in police shootings and crime rates, even race specific crimes, meaning that racial biases observed police shootings in this data set is not explainable as a response to local crime rates, local level crime rates. That suggests something else, such as potential racist bias going on. One reason to believe racial biases is a factor. Studies show officers are quicker to shoot at black suspects in video game simulations. Josh Currow, a University of Colorado Boulder psychology professor who conducted the research, said it's possible that biases could lead to more skewed outcomes in the field. In the very situation in which officers most need their training, that training don't mean shit. How about stop teaching children to be racist, and it starts at home? Okay, stop teaching your kids. Stop teaching if you Caucasian parents, you Caucasians who got parents and got nieces and nephews. Stop teaching your kids hate and to be racist. Stop passing down your ignorance. See, then nobody but at the end, they want to tell us how we should raise our kids and what should we teach and not teach our children. But you can't tell them what to do in their own household. Double fucking standard, and that's another form of Caucasian supremacy, and that's another form of them exercising their white privilege. You try to tell a person who's in a position of power and authority, who got privilege over you, you can't talk sense to them because you don't got no damn power. Yes, I told you the truth. You got to if you think that somebody who's in a position who is somebody who perceives and thinks that you're better, let me say it like this: when you're dealing with somebody who perceives you and thinks that they are better than you and looks down on you, they're not going to listen to you. It's like women. A woman, and women, most of the time, women go after dudes who got money, power, and fame and status and got good looks, okay? They're not going to listen to a dude, even if the dude is on point, and I know this from personal experience. A dude can be intelligent, he can be highly intelligent, educated, woke, conscious, and awake. And he knows, and he's dropping knowledge. And he knows what he's talking about. He got life experience, but she ain't gonna listen to him because he don't got money. He ain't good looking, he ain't tall, and he ain't in shape. So, and he don't got a nice car, so he don't got this type of house, he don't live in this type of neighborhood, and he don't got this type of money, so she ain't gonna take him seriously. And he don't got no status, so people usually tend to listen to people who are in a position of power or perceived power and got money and are good looking and they got status. And they got fame, and we have been indoctrinated to worship people and let people who we think are better than us treat us like shit. And nobody's better than anybody, y'all. And there's the truth of the matter is, we are all created equal, but at the same time, it's a damn lie. Because my thing is, if we're all created equal, then racism would not exist. Sexism would not exist. Classism would not exist. You know what I'm saying? The haves and the have-nots would not exist. High status and no status would not exist. Okay? Good looking and ugly would not exist. Okay? Y'all gotta wake up. All y'all gotta wake up. He previously told me we have some reason to believe that their training will most likely fail them. Because it starts at home. It's too damn late. You can't tell an adult what they gotta do and how to be. Okay, it starts when they're a baby, and it starts as they grow into a toddler, when they become a kid, and then when they hit adolescence and puberty, and when they become an adult. But it really is, people start learning is when they're babies, and all the way to when they reach 9 to 10 years old, they already know who the fuck they are. Okay, and it will continue to be that way. Okay. Raise your children right. Police need to own up to these problems and do their jobs. Well, here's the thing. Like I said, control your dollar. Vote. I mean, instead of waiting for the presidential election, how about locally vote and know who's running? And these people ain't doing right. Vote them out. And my thing is, if they got businesses and ties and stuff, don't support that establishment. Don't support those establishments, and because they're getting sponsors to be in that position of power and authority. Control your dollar, okay? That's what we need to do. But y'all don't hear me though. It's these types of statistics, along with causes like Clemens, that explain the distrust between police and brown communities. There ain't no such thing as minority, but they're saying minority communities. But okay, y'all the majority, y'all the minority Caucasians, globally, excuse me. But more than simple distrust, these issues also make it more difficult for police to do their jobs and stop crime. Y'all focus on the wrong shit. That's why there's a long-standing criminal concept at play: legal criticism. The idea that the government will have a much harder time enforcing the law when these large segments of the population don't trust the government. And you should not trust the government. That the government ain't built for you, and you won't benefit off the government. It's not for you. It was never built for you. It's to disenfranchise you and fuck you up and fuck you over and keep you in chains systematically. The police or the laws. This is a major explanation why predominantly minority communities tend to have more crime than other communities. Well, actually, the truth of the matter is the reason why there's more crime is because you penalize them harsher than those who live in white suburbia and those who live in these Caucasian neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? Don't rather be in an upper class white suburban neighborhood or a trailer park, a low income, poor, in poverty trailer park white trash neighborhood. Okay, let's keep it real. You going by skin color. You have, this is biases, man. This is system. This is I'm talking. This is the system of Caucasian supremacy right here. And I'm glad I'm doing this video. And maybe I should just make it into a series instead of trying to do it like, because I'm short on time. I'm probably going to just do a part 2 with this subject because I want y'all to understand this. Okay. After centuries of neglect, of abuse, black and brown Americans are simply much less likely to turn to police for help. Actually, we should do for ourselves and be self-efficient and protect our own selves. Fuck the system, fuck the police. Yes, I said it. And that may lead a small but significant segment of these communities to resort to their own means, including violence, to solve interpersonal conflicts. There's research to back this up. A 2006 study from sociologist Matt Desmond of Harvard, Andrew Papachristos of Yale, and David Kirk of Oxford looked at 911 calls in Milwaukee after the incidents of police brutality hit the news. They found after the police beating of Frank Judd, 17% and fewer 911 calls were made the following year, compared to the number of calls that would have been made. The judge beating never happened. More than half of the effect came from fewer calls in black neighborhoods, and the effect persisted for more than a year, even after the officers involved in the beating were punished. Researchers found similar impacts on local 911 calls. After a high-profile instance of police violence, but crime happened in these neighborhoods as 911 calls dropped. Researchers found a rise in homicides. They noted that the spring and summer that followed Joy's story were the deadliest in the 7 years of this. Let me read that again. The spring and summer that followed Joy's story were the deadliest in the 7 years observed in our study. That suggests that people are simply dealing with crime individuals, and although the researchers can definitely prove it, that might mean civilians took to their own, sometimes violent, means to protect themselves, and when they couldn't trust police to stop crime and violence. An important implication of this finding is that publicized cases of the police violence not only threaten the legitimacy and reputation of the law enforcement, the researchers wrote, but they also, by driving down 911 calls, for the suppression of law breaking, obstruct the application of justice, and ultimately make cities as a whole, the black community, particularly less safe. That's why, especially in the context of racial disparities in police use of force, experts say it's important that police own up to their mistakes and take transparent steps to fix them. Well, you got to hold them accountable. And like I said, control your dollar and vote locally and get after them and control your dollar and boycott and anybody who supports evil. Don't shop at their establishments. Don't support these sponsors if they're supporting racism and hate. When Don Imus was called, I remember when I was living in New Jersey back in it was 2005, 2006, and Don Imus called the college women's Rutgers basketball team, which was mostly black women, young black women, he called them nappy-headed hoes. And I'm like, all of a sudden, and my thing was, his excuses, in rap and blah, blah, blah. But wait a minute. And I'm like, y'all Negroes say, it's the rap industry calling black women bitches and hoes and all that stuff. First of all, that had nothing to do with what the fuck first of all, stop blaming other. First of all, you're an old Caucasian male. You were an adult before rap came into existence, okay? But you don't talk about how many of these rappers are paid slaves, high paid slaves, and they have contracts, and they are enforced and coerced into if they have to say, they have to do what they're told. And a lot of times the problem with you black women and you Caucasian males, y'all support that black women being called bitches and hoes. And black women, why do y'all buy that music and dance to it and financially keep funding your disrespect? Okay? Why do y'all do that? You know what I'm saying? Don Imus, they've been saying nigger for a long time, way before rap came into existence. They were calling black women nigger bitches and raping and beating the shit out of them and butchering their vaginas for experiments and shit. Doing all types of racist, the type of surgeries that were discovered, it was due to black people being treated as guinea pigs, and there was always genital mutilation in America, but it's never talked about. But they want to talk about overseas of genital mutilation. There was castration. There was women having sharp objects up their vaginas and being butchered, and they were died from internal bleeding, and they couldn't have children after their womb was damaged. You know what I'm saying? So that's a bunch of crap. And you black women buy into that shit. And what pissed me off about the head coach, a black female, she was so nice. She was like, yes, a massa, yes, a boss, smiling. It's like, she was a bed wench. To tell you the truth, she is a flat out bed wench. How are you gonna because let a black man call you a bitch, you're gonna lose your shit. But a Caucasian male, a white man can call you a nigger bitch and say all types of racist, misogynistic things to you, and you take it with a fucking smile. He could disrespect you, talk to you in all kind of way, demean you, beat the shit out you, be a fucking chuck you, leave you as a single mother, be a goddamn deadbeat, but y'all still respect Caucasian males. They've been doing that from the time of slavery to present, and you let the Caucasian male and the Caucasian female disrespect you, black woman. You let these sons of bitches and these mothers and these bitches disrespect you. These thugs and savages and terrorists. Okay? You let him get away with disrespecting you. I thought she was gonna cuss his ass out and hold him accountable and put him on his ass. Let that be a black man saying something crazy about a black woman. Y'all sisters want to tear his shit up. And I'm about to do a video about Sunny Hudson with her racial encounter because I'm gonna break that shit down. It's funny how black women, y'all let the Caucasian man, the Caucasian male and female, especially and a lot of times the female, come at you all types of ways, and y'all don't do nothing. But you will stand up to a black man who's 6'5", got tons of muscles, and he could be a trained martial arts or he fought or he was trained in the military. You will want to fight his ass. But when it comes to a Caucasian male, and he can be small and scrawny, you let him bully you and fuck with you. And the fact of the matter is that the black man got blamed for what a racist has done and always will do. A racist, chauvinistic, misogynistic pig has done. Y'all sisters still want to talk about swirling. Y'all still want to date and fuck white boys like all the goddamn time. But y'all want to get mad at Michael B. Jordan because of who he want to fuck with. And you want to talk about pro-black shit. Miss me with that pro-black shit. Because my thing is, stop going to the goddamn Koreans and stop buying weave, trying to look like a Caucasian female, trying to bleach your skin and shit. You want to talk about black wealth? How about spend money and support businesses owned by black men and black women? But mainly black men, because we're the key to this shit. Okay, it ain't that damn deep. You just feel entitled because he got money. Now you want, because you black, he ain't black. You feel entitled. That's a self-entitlement bullshit. But that's a whole different another video. I'm gonna talk. Let me focus on this and finish this up because I'm short on time right now. I might have to do a part 2. You know what I'm saying? Or what I'm talking about. Let me say it like this. This is white folks who rail against the focus on police violence and put them against that community violence. Get wrong. Dave Kennedy, a criminologist at Jay College, previously told me these folks simply don't understand that when communities don't trust the police and are afraid of the police, they will cannot work with the police and within the law around the issues in their community. Become interests, and those issues within the community become issues the community needs to deal with on their own, and that leads to violence. Well, poverty will do it for you too. Lack of resources and lack of education and being lied to and be told to hate yourself will create all that bullshit, okay? Cases like Clemens feed into distrust by signaling to black communities that police aren't to protect them, but are instead likely to harass them and use excessive force. In that way, these cases makes it a lot harder for police to have achieved basic roles they're meant to fulfill. For more on American problems and how to fix them, read Vox's explainer. Okay, well, let me play the video because. Wait a minute. He grabbing on her. He got her in a chokehold. He's feeling on her, sexually assaulting her. That's sexual assault right there. And normally when the police are called, they talk to you. They don't do what he's doing. See, he already knew what the fuck he was gonna do. He already knew. His whole agenda was to just make an arrest and that's it. He didn't care about the goddamn truth or who's in the right or who's in the goddamn wrong. No, it was about let's get them niggers, and especially their women. And let me say this. Let me ask. I got one question to y'all sisters, and I got one question to your black feminists. Where are you at? I got a fucking question because I'm about to ask the goddamn question because I'm mad as hell. Where are these women's rights activists? Where is the National Organization for Women? Where are these feminists? These white feminists? Where are these pro women groups, women empowerment groups? Where are they at? Okay, where are they at? Where's Goya Allred? Where's Lisa Bloom? Where's she at? Where they at? Where's Me Too at? I mean, look at it right here. Look.
Oh, that's why you. No, because Garvey was sitting here talking crazy to me. No, but that's not what you gonna do to me. You're not gonna grab on me like that. No. Come on, Kiki. Let's just go outside. Please talk to you separately, because he just come here and just grab on me like.
And look, and he's not even saying you're under. He didn't say you're under arrest. And then they say turn your back and all that stuff. He didn't even do that. I'm telling you, I'm going by what I'm seeing in the video. So, like I said, where are the feminists at? I forgot. He's a Caucasian male. Y'all white feminist bitches ain't gonna do shit. You black feminists are Negro bedwenches in sheep's clothing. Y'all ain't gonna challenge the Caucasian male. Oh, y'all gonna stay in your place. But y'all will take your hatred and your misandry and your hatred for men on black men, right? You blame us and you call us misogynistic, but what he's doing is racist and misogynistic, but y'all ain't gonna slam his ass. Y'all ain't gonna make sure he loses his job. Y'all ain't gonna make sure he dies in jail and bees underneath the jail and die in prison and get raped in prison, which I would love to see that happen, by the way. You know, so look at this. All this, he just attacks her. This is a brutal assault. This is sexual assault. This is a hate crime. This is just blatant racism. I mean, look at it. Let me say this. There's no explanation of why they're doing what they're doing. There's no saying you're under arrest or nothing like that. And they got her in a chokehold. There's two guys. I mean, she's a small woman. There's no need for that damn force. But I forgot she's a black woman. And I told y'all, and to all you black women who talk about, oh, y'all love white men, and white men treat black women better. And since you swirling chicks, you Negro bedwench bitches like to talk that nonsense, look at this. Look at what this Caucasian male is doing. Feminists, where you at? Goya Allred, where you at? Lisa Bloom, where you at? These women's rights activists, where are you at? I mean, the national organization should be coming to this woman's defense. But again, it's the black man and the black community that gotta help her out now. I told y'all, where are these white liberals at? Where are these brown folks? Where are these so-called allies of ours? They are not around right now. You see? They're not here. I mean, and I'm going to show you, they have not done nothing for this chick. And this chick is now this chick has been convicted of something. I'm going to show you next. Okay? Just watch the rest of this. No goddamn, she ain't going to get no justice. They portrayed her as a goddamn criminal. Okay? A lot of you black women say, you don't need no man, niggas ain't shit. Well, okay, so now you're in the situation, now you need a man all of a sudden. I guess you can't be the mommy and daddy. So you fall for that feminist bullshit. It pisses me off when y'all say, you don't need us, you strong and independent, you educated, but guess what? That shit ain't protecting your ass right now. Wake the fuck up. Wake the fuck up. Okay. All right. This is what I got. Believe this is July 24th. I think this is today. Breaking. Woman at breaking. Well, this is Mobile. This is in Alabama, Mobile County. Breaking: woman at center of Waffle House arrest found guilty. Summerland, Alabama. Shaquisha Clemens, the woman at the center of the Sutherland Waffle House arrest video, was found guilty of disorderly conduct and resisting arrest. What I saw in the video, she did not do none of that crap. So they're trumping bullshit charges on her, okay? Because I seen Caucasian chicks cuss out cops, get in the cop's face, spit at a cop, kick him in the goddamn nuts, punch at a cop, have a knife on her, draw a gun on his ass, and they don't do none of that stuff. And a lot of these Caucasian females, when they make arrests, they will be resistant. They will be fighting with the goddamn police, but they don't got that. But they don't get that charge. Okay, they don't get that charge. They don't get Trump charges. They be cussing cops, making terroristic threats, non-compliant. But again, like I told you, white privilege, and y'all don't want to accept it. And I noticed when back in Utah, when that nurse refused to obey police orders, and she was actually doing her job and following, respecting the policy, and said, "I can't do that. That's not. That's against law. I can get in trouble. We can get a lawsuit." The Caucasian male cop goes after this Caucasian female, roughs her up, not like that, like not what you just saw. I'm pretty sure y'all saw the video, right? I'm pretty sure y'all saw the video. Look that up. He's wrestling with her, got her in cuffs, like pushing her against the car. She's screaming, she's talking, she's fighting and resisting. But all of a sudden, guess what happened? That cop got fired. I don't know if he got arrested, but that cop got fired in Utah. And guess what? And there's like, she got a lawsuit. I know she got a lawsuit. And guess what? All these Caucasians folks and then these feminists and these anti-violence against women people support organizations, the National Organization for Women, these feminist groups are siding and taking up for this Caucasian female nurse in Utah. But they're not going to do that. They're not doing that for this sister right now, which is fucked up. I tell you, man, there's a different set of rules, and y'all need to understand this shit. And y'all sisters, you should be calling out the National Organization for Women, for Shanika Clemens, and that sister Nia Wilson. Y'all, and I'm about to do, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do a separate video on that. I'm gonna just call it a part 2 of what I'm doing. And you should be after and demand that these women's rights rights groups, these pro-women organizations, these feminist groups, these white feminists, and call out these feminists and demand that they do shit for this sister and the sisters who are being terrorized by these Caucasian supremacist male cops, being harassed by these Caucasian male civilians. Okay? Remember Poolside Park? Remember that dude? Remember in North Carolina where that Caucasian male called the cops on that black foreign chick with her child, harassing her the whole damn time, terrorizing her, called the cops on her. He lied to the police and lost his job, which I'm glad for. No, he needs to be in jail. That's harassment, and that was a form of a hate crime and terrorism. But they ain't gonna do that because he's a white male. And guess what? Who's gonna protect him? The white female, the white woman. The Caucasian male is protected by the Caucasian female and by the system. Because the way the Caucasian male has power is from the Caucasian female support. Okay? Y'all need to understand that. I don't see none of these the National Organization for Women, these women's rights activists, these women's rights advocates, these advocates for women's rights, these pro-women groups, you know what I'm saying? These feminists, I don't see Goya Allred and Lisa Bloom trying to reach out to the sister right here that's, Shanika Clemens and Nia Wilson. And other sisters who have been victims of violent crimes by Caucasian supremacist males and being terrorized by Caucasian females too. You know what I'm saying? I don't see when Breonna Birchue smeared menstrual blood, put molded clam dip in this Jamaican woman's food. Where were they at? This black woman's food. Okay, put spit in her coconut oil, smeared feces and urine on her sheets and clothes and all her belongings, fucking up her products, trying to get her sick, trying to fuck her shit up, trying to poison her, and that was not a hate crime. And that was not a form of, that's a form of murder. To me, you're trying to kill her, okay? And she just got counseling, probation. I told y'all we don't got no damn friends. And y'all sisters, y'all need to stop supporting these groups. Let me finish. The charges stemming from her viral arrest video on April 22nd, Judge Aaron said he wanted to be clear that he's judging that it's guilty because the legal definitions have been met. No, they haven't. No, it's just she's black and we're just going to treat her any old type of way. He said it had nothing to do with the emotions of the case. It does. So stop lying. It's racism. I can say I want to just say it's racism because I'm not going to say, oh, it's because she's a woman, because they don't see, you got to understand, the Caucasian female and male don't see you as a woman, black woman. They see you as 3/5 of a bitch, okay? Now I'm being real with y'all. Cell phone video taken at the Sterling Waffle House where cell phone video taken at the Sterling Waffle House where Sterling police said Clemens was drunk. She didn't look drunk to me, but again, they're lying as usual. And I don't think that, for her to be drunk, first of all, when Caucasian females, I've seen drunk Caucasian females do all types of crazy shit, and cops don't do that shit to her. Oh, they'll just talk to her and just tell her go home or somewhere, or give her a hug and a kiss and all this, and just leave, or tell her to go or take her home somewhere. But she got the complexion for the protection. That sister don't have the complexion for any protection, okay? Shows cell phone video taken at the Waffle House where Sutherland police say Clemens was drunk shows threatening Waffle House employees and refusal to leave the restaurant. No. She asked for the district manager's number and she waited. They didn't say get out, leave, and all. She didn't say no. They didn't say that. They didn't say that in the report. Okay, they didn't say that shit. Okay, they're lying right now. She didn't threaten to kill anybody. Oh, but a Caucasian male with no pants on could go to a Waffle House and shoot that shit up like nobody's business. And they did not arrest him that way either. They talked to him. They negotiated, and they just, they were calm and they politely, and they were comfortable. They convinced him. They coddled him. Comforted him and arrested him and took him away and said he got mental issues. Even though he killed a bunch of people and injured a bunch of people. I'm so fucking sick and tired of selective outrage with these motherfuckers. So when shit happens to them, I'm like, fuck them. And their pain and suffering. I hope they have pain and suffering. Because I don't give a shit what happens to them. Fuck them. But I digress. Clemens' lawyer says she was trying to get a corporate number, and that's what she was trying to do. But my thing was I would have recorded the argument and have her and look up the corporate number of my damn self. And if they want to call the police, I'll just film and just record and see what's on, and just show and go live, what have you. Or if you can't go, or just record and have a backup for that clip in case they try to delete it or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you save when you record stuff like that. Sometimes the file can be corrupted in certain memory cards. So it's better to save in your phone storage. Make sure you have enough storage for your phone so you can record events like that, okay? Save all your fun family members on the memory card, okay? But internal storage because you don't have no problems. I'm just letting y'all know right now. She's trying to get a corporate number, but that warrants that, but okay. Clemens and her supporters want charges dropped on how she was treated. The group brought petitions with 50,000 signatures to City Hall on June 19th, demanding the charges be dropped. The judge has ordered a $200 fine plus court costs on resisting arrest charge, along with a $200 fine with disorderly conduct. She didn't do none of those things, but they're lying again through their teeth because they can control the narrative, and they gotta demonize black people. You know what I'm saying? Or they'll demonize a black woman and just say she a Jezebel, she whore and shit. And that's not true. These Caucasian females be fucking and sucking everything in sight and having multiple babies from different types of Caucasian dudes. If she has a child from a black man, they want to call her a hoe. But a Caucasian male can fuck different chicks of different ethnicities, be a deadbeat. He ain't called a no hoe or no deadbeat or nothing like that, or a race traitor. I'm so sick and tired of their fucking hypocrisies. These Caucasian supremacists, retarded, hypocritical ideologies, I call it. She didn't do none of that stuff that's stated in this report. Clemens was also sentenced 10 days, but the days are suspended for a year of informal probation. Clemens has 14 days to file an appeal if she chooses to do so. After the verdict, News 5 reporter Dana Winter says she heard the lawyer say they will be appealing. The Mobile County NAACP is tweeting live updates from the trial. And let me tell you about the NAACP. They ain't gonna do shit for you, sister. They're not gonna do a goddamn thing for you. They are the go along to get along Negropeans. Okay, they will never challenge the system. They will march, they will pray, but they will never get into action. They will never get into war. And you have to fight for yourself. You gotta get armed. You gotta get your gun training in. You gotta take martial arts. You gotta take some military style training to protect yourself. Take them free. These self-defense classes. Women, let me tell y'all something. If you don't have to pay, go, attend, learn something. Get your gun training, okay? Protect yourself, you know what I'm saying? Watch what you do. Watch what you say. Carry yourself well. Be aware of what's going on around you. But understand, the black man ain't the enemy here, okay? But what's funny? I was thinking about Amber Phillips, right? And Janelle Monáe and Jamila Lemieux, or whatever the hell her name is. These black feminists. They ain't talking about her. They ain't saying nothing about the whole situation, right? That you see right here. They're not even talking about what happened to Nia Wilson. They're not saying nothing. I don't see Gloria Allred, Lisa Bloom, these advocates for women's rights, the National Organization for Women, these feminist groups, white feminists saying, these Caucasian female feminists, these lesbians, saying anything about what happened to Shaquisha Clemens and Nia Wilson and other sisters who are victims of what we are seeing right here, of them being targeted by coward-ass, bitch-ass Caucasian supremacist males. And when they're terrorized by Caucasian females, they're still silent, okay? I don't see anything. I don't see no feminist saying or batting for this woman's defense and Nia Wilson. I don't see the feminist. I don't see the feminist. I don't see, especially white feminists, saying anything. I don't see the National Organization for Women. You know what I'm saying? I don't see these advocates for women's rights. These organizations that protect women from domestic violence and help women who are victims of domestic violence step in. The anti-rape activists, you know what I'm saying? They ain't coming to her defense. I don't see Me Too. I don't see Time's Up saying anything about this shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't see the gay and lesbian, bisexual, transgender community come to her defense. I don't see I don't see Asians. I don't see Latinos. I don't see Arabs. I don't see all these other minorities come to this sister's defense. These so-called minorities come to her defense and Nia Wilson's defense and these other black women who have been terrorized, like Sandra Bland. getting murdered by cops. You got black women, you got women of color, but black women dying, getting beat, getting abused and terrorized by these Caucasian supremacists in police custody and in the prisons, okay, in the jails, dying in jail. They ain't saying shit about this shit, okay? But the black man's the enemy, right? And we're gonna get criticized for not protecting black women, but at the same time, black women, some of this is your fault too. I'm not saying her, but I'm saying collectively, this is your fault. Y'all scream that you're strong and independent. You're educated. You don't need a man. You're the mommy and daddy. Well, guess what? Look what's happening. Who you gonna run to? The black man. You got Korean guys body slamming black chicks, putting them in headlocks over because of the dispute of a bill for getting a manicure and a pedicure. This is fucking ridiculous, folks. You got black women being profiled for stealing and they're getting bodies and beat up and choked and shit, and sexually assaulted in the process. But all the feminists, the National Organization for Women, these advocates for women's rights, these pro-women groups, these anti-rape activists, you know what I'm saying? The organizations that protect women from domestic violence, help women who are victims of domestic violence, they ain't saying shit. You don't see Me Too saying anything about this shit. You don't see Time's Up saying anything about this bullshit. You don't see the brown folks, the Latinos, the Asians, the East Indians, the Arabs, the Native Americans. They ain't coming to this young sister's defense and Nia Wilson's defense and Sandra Bland's defense and these other black women who are victims of these type of terrorism, this type of racial terrorism and hate crimes, and this type of sexual abuse too by these Caucasian supremacists. Especially these Caucasian male supremacists. Oh, y'all sound as a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to continue. And you know what? I'm going to have to do a part 2 of what I'm talking about. Because Nia Wilson is going to be next, y'all. The way they demonize that sister it's just so wrong. Like they did to Trayvon Martin. And I'm going to talk about and what's going to be included. I'm not going to tell too much. And I'm going to talk about what happened in Florida, where that bitch-ass Caucasian supremacist male, that bitch-ass faggot Caucasian supremacist male harasses black woman, and then her boyfriend tries to protect her, and he shoots, and then this coward pulls out a gun that he started the whole situation as the aggressor, and pulls out a gun and shoots an unarmed black man for just because over a push in a parking spot. But Florida, they ain't gonna. But the criminal justice system in Florida, the legal system in Florida, they ain't gonna do nothing. They're not gonna do shit. They're gonna let this Caucasian supremacist leave and kill more black people, and they're gonna let him get away with it, as always, like they did George Zimmerman. You know what I'm saying? And Florida is well known for having all these Caucasian supremacist hate groups in that state. All these Caucasian supremacist organizations like the Klan, neo-Nazis, the skinheads, and all these other Caucasian supremacist hate groups, the white nationalists, their base is in Florida, and they like to hang out and party in Florida and get that tan. But they hate black, but they want to kind of look black. They want to darken their tan, but they hate dark-skinned people, dark-skinned black people, but they want to be dark-skinned and look like black people at the same damn time. It's fucking unbelievable, y'all. I don't know. I mean, I'm done with this video. I gotta go, but part 2 is next. I'm gonna do part 2. But remember, I just want my sisters to understand. Y'all call me a misogynist. Y'all call me a woman hater. But, I'm coming to your defense. You got black men who do try to protect you, but a lot of y'all don't fucking listen to us. You think these other groups, these other motherfuckers, these other groups, the LGBTQ community gives a shit about you. You got the feminist groups, you got the National Organization for Women, you got these anti-rape activists, and these other activists of protecting women who are victims of domestic violence and abuse. Oh, they ain't coming to black women's defense of anything. On all these other ethnic people of color, You know what I'm saying? Like the Latinos, the Asians, the East Indians, the Arabs, the Native Americans. They're silent. They ain't coming to our defense. Let me tell y'all something. And that's what pissed me off about that African woman climbing the Statue of Liberty to fight for Latinos and their families being broken apart, and they're not even fighting that fight. But why are you to that sister who did that? Why are you fighting for them, but they don't fight for themselves? You're fighting their battles, but they never fight your fucking battles. They don't even have your back. They're not even. They choose not to be in the front lines to protect y'all, to protect us as a people. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers don't even stand behind you and have your back. These feminists, the gay and lesbian community, the transgender community, the bisexuals, all these fucking queers don't give a fuck about us. Okay? These dykes don't give a fuck about us. These feminists, these feminists, the National Organization for Women, all these pro-women groups, all these feminist groups don't give a fuck about us, man. They damn sure hate black men. They damn sure hate the black man with a fucking passion. All these brown folks, they don't give a fuck about us. They're like, fuck y'all, man. We'll use y'all when we have problems, but we won't return the favor, and we'll give you the middle finger and tell you to fuck off and hurt and suffer and die in pain and misery. We don't have no damn friends. Understand that, and black women, y'all need to stop. Y'all need to stop burning your bridges with the black man. Y'all need to stop talking, saying niggas ain't shit and this and that, and you don't need no black man and blah blah blah. You're a mommy and daddy. But guess what? When shit happens to you, all of a sudden, black man, can you help me out? I'm being attacked. I'm being terrorized. I'm being sexually harassed. I just got raped. Can you help me out? I'm being raped right now. Can you help me? Well, I might. But you just said you don't need me. You strong and independent. But guess what? That's why they did that shit to you. That's why they brought feminism into the black community. So shit like this can happen. Wake up. Part 2 is next. Stay tuned.